Hello everybody, welcome to this online video lesson of Our Siren Song, Watching the Waves. My name is Anne Harper and I'm the composer of the song, and I've also been working with choirs and groups around the Ards Peninsula to teach them this song, and now I want to teach it to you so that as many people as possible can come along to Malile Beach on the 17th of May and sing it with us. It's going to be an amazing day. As part of the chorus, you're sharing the words that we've collected. Stephen Beggs, an actor, part of Beat Carnival's team, he's collected words and sentiments, stories from people along the Ards Peninsula, and I've taken those words and I've crafted them into this song. Not all the words, but a lot of the words, and the influence of those words, it permeates the whole song. Even the title, Watching the Waves, has come from the people of the Ards Peninsula, and so you're going to give their words voice. There's also going to be a siren. Our siren is Jenny Burke. She's a mezzo-soprano. She's someone I know from working with her at Northern Ireland Opera and elsewhere. She's a fantastic singer, and she's going to be up a 4-metre platform singing the role of the siren. And in the mythology, the sirens were calling people to their death on the rocks. If you heard the siren's voice, it was a warning. And the siren is singing a warning in our song, a warning about the environmental challenges that the sea faces. She is also renowned for having one of these. The sirens carried lyres. This is a lyre. It's like an early kind of harp. And the lyre in our song has a small role to play at the beginning, at the end as well. Lyres were associated with the song of the sirens, so we're going to have our siren singing. We're going to have a little bit of lyre as well. We're going to have a band. We're going to have you guys as the chorus, and we're going to have the sea god himself, Stephen Beggs, who's going to be Manning and McClear. Using again some of the words that he's collected from the people along the Ards Peninsula, he's going to give voice to the old Celtic sea god, the member of the fairy folk, Manning and McClear, the sea god. And so Stephen is going to be up another 4-metre platform giving voice to those words. And in the middle of it all, there's going to be an amazing samba storm, because of course we know sometimes things get stormy. We're going to have the most incredible samba storm, and I honestly can't tell you how good it is. I can't wait for you to hear it. So the song itself is relatively simple. I've arranged it so that it's like pieces of Lego, that we can fit them together in different ways. We're going to be singing a refrain, and the refrain talks about the mystery of the sea, the awe, the sense of awe that you get when you stand looking at the waves, and the sense of mystery and how we're all connected by the sea. And then there's the chorus, which is about the siren song. It's an invitation, but it's also a warning. And so, without further ado, let's get stuck in. Okay folks, so let's start by having a look at the refrain. The refrain is a sort of mysterious, introverted look at our relationship with the sea and how we feel when we stand in front of the sea. And you look out and you see how vast it is and how many hidden depths there are, and perhaps even things that we don't know about deep within the waters. So it's that feeling that you get when you look at the waves. So there's something I think quite nice about feeling totally insignificant in front of nature. And so that's what the opening of this song's trying to capture. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. Watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. Watching the waves, watching the waves. So I'm going to try and sing that for you now. We've got our introduction. The hardest part about getting this refrain is actually finding your first note. So I'm going to play you the introduction, and I'm going to show you how to find your first note if you're singing the tune. And then later in the video, I'll show you how to find your first note if you're not singing the tune. But most of us are going to be singing the tune. So this is the introduction. You'll hear this in the band. Never forget it. So our first note is a C sharp, and you can sing it up here, or you can sing it down here. That's the note that we start on. So you'll hear it in the flute. We've got a flute player and a keyboard player will both be bashing out that C sharp so that you can hear as well. So our first note is that C sharp, and I'm going to show you how to find it just one more time so that there's no confusion. So here's the introduction. You'll hear that in the band. Hopefully sound quite relaxed. Here it is, here's the the opening of it. So it goes like this. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. And of course, because I'm not a singer, I am singing it down the octave. Some people will feel much happier. And that's great, so you can sing it up the octave as well, but sing it where it's most comfortable for you. And like I said, if you want to learn the harmony part, we'll cover that later on. So now that we know the opening, vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. Shall we give it a try with the piano? I'll give the introduction again, and then I'll count you in. The first thing that we'll hear from the choir. That word waves, watching the waves. You can hold it, you can let it die away, you can stop as you need. Ideally it'll just taper away, do what we call a diminuendo, get quieter over time. But don't be stressing about singing it the whole way through and holding it to a certain volume. That doesn't matter. So let's do that one more time and then we'll learn the next line. So vastness and mystery after 4. I'll just give you your first note. Here it is, or here. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. And that's the opening. Now, vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. A little bit of syncopation where the notes and the beats don't quite line up. So I'm just going to clap that out and say it for you so you can get it into your head. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. So just watch out for that little bit of syncopation. And that's the opening. Now, once we've sung that, we sing another line. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. And we fit that on by using what we call an upbeat. So instead of the word the going on the beat, it comes before a clap. So we're going to sing it like this. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. Okay, I'm going to do that again, but remember this is a video, so you have the option to always rewind as many times as you want if any of this is hard to pick up. So after a count of 4, we'll sing 1, 2, 3, 4, the siren sings. Shall we try it? Okay, I'm going to count you in. So this is from The Siren Sings Her Song to Me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. And then we repeat, watching the waves. Watching the waves, just as we did before. Watching the waves. Okay? So the siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. Watching the waves. Watching the waves. Let's go back to the siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, watching the waves, watching the waves. And then we're going to piece that together. So let's just go from the siren sings after 4. 1, 2, 3, and the siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, and watching the waves. And again, watching the waves. That's great. And then after that happens, we get this in the band. Okay, so there'll be a little bit of music after that. Let's go from the start. Let's do vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, watching the waves, watching the waves. Let's go from the opening. Here's your introduction. Again, and then we sing watching the waves just the way we did the last time, watching the waves. Okay, so I'd like to run all of that right to the end of our final watching the waves. So from the start where you come in right to the end, and then we've learned the refrain, because that's it, there's nothing more to learn there. Then we'll do the chorus, and then that's it. We'll piece it together, okay? But let's go back to the start of the refrain. Here's your introduction. We're going to go from the beginning, vastness and mystery, all the way through to the last, watching the waves. Are you ready? Listen out for that C sharp in the flute and the piano. Here it is. After 4. 1, 2, 3, and vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves. And again, watching the waves. Now the siren. 1, 2, 3. And the siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, and watching the waves, watching the waves. Now we've got the instrumental bit. Before we repeat watching the waves for the last time, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and watching the waves. That's it. Good, and that's the end of the refrain. That's the end of our mysterious kind of atmospheric opening, hopefully. And then we come to the chorus. I'm going to quickly play it through for you, and then I'm going to teach you the words of the chorus. Okay, so this is how it goes. Our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. And so let's first of all learn the rhythm of the words. And this is our beat. It goes like this. This is our siren song. An invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Okay, and that's the whole chorus. Now, the vocal part, the upper part, the tune starts on a G, and it goes like this. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, words. Let's sing it through. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. And we'll try and get through the whole thing. We'll do it nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again, this is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Okay, so a relatively simple tune. Some of the rhythms are a bit tricky, but if you're finding them hard to get a hang of, just go back to the bit where I did the clap through. There's just a few syncopated rhythms. So let's just run the whole thing again. Let's see if we can get those little rhythmical things into our heads. I'm going to play the tune in one hand and sing and give you the chords in the other hand, okay? All of this chorus again from This Is Our Siren Song after a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again, this is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning, the ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Okay, I think we should do it one more time. I'll play the tune and we'll sing it together. If we could be really emphatic, really get across that message, the last line, listen to the siren song. That's really the most important line, and I think the whole thing is that message. Okay, here we go. After 4. There's no more. This is our siren song. After count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again, this is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Okay, perfect. In the music, there's words that we want to really emphasize. It's an invitation to celebration. It's a warning, a cautioning. So when we come to sing that, this is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. I'd love it if we could put a wee accent. Invitation to celebration. And the same thing then when we come back to it again. But it's a warning, a cautioning. Really emphasize those words, because the people out there that will be listening to us sing, well, they don't know the words, so we really need to sort of sell it to them and make sure they can understand it. Right, how does it all fit together? Well, I'm going to play through and sing for you from the very opening to the end of that chorus. So I'm going to do the refrain, I'm going to do the little instrumental, Watching the Waves, and then we're going to go into the chorus. And I just want you to, don't worry, just listen, follow it through. Some of it you'll recognise, I'm sure, and some of it might be a bit trickier, but this is how the whole thing opens up. So we're going to have the introduction, the refrain, and then the chorus. So this is how it goes. So putting all those pieces together. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, watching the waves, watching the waves. Then the instrumental, remember, just like the opening, and then we repeat watching the waves here, and watching the waves, like to do it with you. We're going to sing from the start together, the tune, the refrain, and then the chorus, and then we'll look at the ending. But really, that's the bulk of it learned now, so well done. We're going to go from the top. This time, if you can join in with me, that would be great. And do excuse the piano playing, like I say. I'm not a pianist nor a singer. We're all friends here. So here's our introduction. And we're listening out for that C sharp in the flute and the piano. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, and vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, the siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, watching the waves, then the little instrumental. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Then we're coming into the chorus. This is our siren song. Here we go. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again, this is our siren song, but it's a cautioning, the ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Then what will happen is we'll have a little instrumental. And then we go back to that chord. And what happens next in the song is that Jenny's going to sing, the siren's going to sing, and then Manon's going to speak. And then after they've both had their say, we're going to come back and do the refrain and the chorus again. Same as before, exactly the same as before, refrain, chorus. And then comes the storm. And we'll sort of fade out into the storm, and then we'll fade back in again. Again with that familiar chord, which really is that kind of slightly, I don't know, otherworldly feeling that we get with the sea. And we know that the ancients in Ireland thought that the sea was the other world, the entrance to the other world. So we'll come back in, and then when we'll sing the chorus again. Not the refrain, we're reversing the order this time. We're going to sing the chorus and then the refrain. And the reason for that is that's our kind of big finish. That's our really emphatic statement of the siren song. And we wanted to end the song by giving it back to the place where we are, to the sands, the sea, the view, the seagulls, the air, the sound of the waves. And so the music will gradually, towards the end of the song, it will start to get quieter. So we'll sing the chorus again, and then we'll sing the refrain, only this time the refrain is smaller, it's shorter. It's a very short refrain. And the refrain will be the refrain you've already learned, like this. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, and this time instead of going on, we'll just repeat, watching the waves, okay? So that's it. And the final thing that we'll do is we'll sing the chord. Your first note, your very opening note, only this time we're going to sing an ah. So you're going to sing ah, and I'm going to conduct you. Ah, ah. We might get slower. Ah, we'll change the sound to getting quieter and slower. And by the end, we've merged with the sounds around us, with the sound of the sea and the beach and the views in Malile. So I hope that makes sense. So what I'd like to do now is pretend that we just had the storm. We've just had the storm. We're going to do our big chorus, and then we're going to do our shortened refrain, and then our ahs. But the key thing here is, what are you listening out for? How do we know we're going to be coming in with our big chorus? And there's one very important person who's going to lead us into that final chorus, and that is our electric bass player. I'm going to cue him. You'll hear him come in with a nice funky bass line, and then we're in with This Is Our Siren Song. Okay, so we'll be rippling away on our chord, and at some point it'll be the right time to move into the chorus, and I'll cue the bass, and he'll go dunga dunga dunga. Okay, so let's just imagine the bass. I'm not a very good bass impersonator. We will hear it in a minute on the run through. But for now, just imagine I'm an electric bass. I'm going to cue him. Dunga dunga dunga. This is our siren song. Does that make sense? We'll do it one more time. So rippling away, very peaceful, and I cue our bass. Are you ready? After 4, I'll go 1, and he'll go dunga dunga dunga. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And one more time. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. And then we go back to that music from the opening after our chorus, and you'll hear the chord come back that you recognise, that's ready for this refrain, the shortened refrain for the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. Repeat that again. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Now we go to ahs on the opening note. Ah. I changed it. Getting slower. And then we fade out to the sound of the sea. Well done. That's it. That's it. So if you are the tune part and you've come the whole way as far as here, you're ready to run it through with the backing track. So please skip forward to the right point in the video, and we'll do that together. So harmony people, I want to talk to you now. You're brave enough to take on this harmony role, and whilst it's not essential at all for the song, it would be nice if we could have a few of the little swells that you can provide. So if you're feeling up to it, I'd like to go to the very opening. So the opening of our tune, in case you didn't see it on the earlier part of the video, the opening has a little introduction in the band. We're going to have flute, tenor saxophone, trumpet, trombone, tuba, keyboards, and electric bass. And this is what the introduction sounds like. It's supposed to be nice and relaxed, like you sort of feel looking out at the sea, breathing deeply. And you'll hear that strange note, and that's the note that the tune will be singing. But where you find your note for your entrance is in my left hand. In the left hand of the piano, you'll hear it. It's that one. La, la, la. So whenever you hear this chord, which we'll hear the whole way through the piece, la, see if you can find your la. That's the trickiest thing in the whole piece, is to find your note at the start. But hopefully you'll hear it on that left hand, and you'll be able to pick it up. Here is the lower of the harmony parts now. So I'm assuming that we've had the introduction, and we've come to that mysterious open chord. You're going to sing that E with the same rhythm as the tune. Your part goes like this. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the watching the waves, watching the waves. And you can probably hear those little swells. Watching the waves, watching the waves. And that's really the most important part of the harmony part. Can we run it again? That opening refrain, your first note, la, which you find in the left hand of the piano. La. After 4, let's sing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. Watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Okay, and that's the opening. Then we have a little bit in the band, a little instrumental part, and you're just going to repeat the last watching the waves, which is watching the waves. Okay, shall we try that? Watching the waves. I'm going to give you the little instrumental bit, and then we're going to sing that last watching the waves together. So here's the instrumental. And we're just going to repeat watching the waves. Here we go. Watching the waves. And that's the whole of the opening. So can we run it? Can we run it from the opening? I'll play the introduction. I'll find you your note. We'll sing it together. We'll sing through the harmony part together, and then we'll get to watching the waves, and then we'll repeat watching the waves just as we've practiced there now. Okay, so here's the introduction. Listen out for that E, your first note. Here it is. La. La. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. Watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Then we have that little instrumental bit. Then we repeat that last watching the waves. That part. That's your last watching the waves. Good. That's the introduction. That's the refrain part learned. Right? So now we're going to move on to the harmony part for the chorus. And your note is the same starting note as the upper part. So they start la, but you go down the octave la. Okay? So you'll both start in the same note, so that's easy enough. And then you're going to kind of what we call move in contrary motion. So the tune goes, and you're going to come up. So instead of this is our siren song, the lower part is this is our siren song. Okay, I'm going to run you through this lower part now of the chorus, and it goes like this. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Okay, let's do that one more time, a little bit slower, okay? From this is our siren song. Are you ready? After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again. This is our siren song, but it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Good. Now I'm not going to play that through again because you can just skip back and listen back to it. Just see if you can get those pitches moving up and down in the right places. But as I say, the most important bit, if you're singing the harmony part, is giving me watching the waves, swelling up in the watching the waves section. But I don't want anyone to get hung up and feel that they can't do it. So if you're finding this too difficult, don't stress. Just sing the tune down the octave. But if you can and you want to learn it, then please rewind this video and have a look at those lower parts, and hopefully you'll make a better job of them than I did, because those low notes are a bit hard for me as well. So we're going to look now towards the end. Now the end of the piece, we repeat the chorus and then we do a shortened version of the refrain. So we do exactly that we've just learned, the chorus. And then we come back to the refrain, and the refrain is a shortened form. So instead of singing the whole vastness and mystery, the whole of that, we just shorten it down. So it goes like this. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. Then we repeat that last bit again. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Does that make sense? And that's the final refrain done. Then the last thing that we do in this song is we're going to sing ah sounds. And that's because I want to give the song back to the sea. So with the same note you had in the beginning, the very first note you sang, we're going to keep that E, because you're used to finding that E. And instead of singing words, you're just going to sing ah on my direction. So I'll go ah, ah, ah. And you'll watch me carefully, and I'll get slower. Ah, and at some point we'll close our mouths and we'll hum. And one more. And at that stage, we're just listening for the sound of the sea. So I hope that's clear, and you've got enough to be going on with there with that harmony part. Like I say, it's desirable, but it's definitely not essential. But if you're game for giving it a go, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now it's time for us to have a look at the whole song with the backing track from beginning to end. Okay, so we've learned all the different parts of this song. We've learned the refrain, the kind of moody, atmospheric opening. We've learned the chorus, and the shape of the piece goes like this. We have our introduction, we have our refrain, then we have our chorus, and then our siren sings, Manon and McLear will speak, and then we do the same thing that we did at the start. We'll sing our refrain, we'll sing our chorus, and then Manon speaks, and then the siren sings, and then we have a big percussion storm with dancers and all the rest of it, and we'll move in and out of that, and you don't need to worry about that. I'll bring you in again after the storm. We'll have the chord that everybody remembers now. We'll have that nice little loop section, and as I explained earlier in the video, at some point I will cue our electric bass player, and he'll come in with this nice big funky moment, and then I'll bring you in for the final chorus. Okay, and we'll sing the chorus. Then we'll sing the shortened form of the refrain. So vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, repeat, watching the waves, and then we have our ahs on whatever note you started the song on, whether it was the E if you were the harmony singer, or the C sharp if you were the tune singers, okay? And then we do our ahs, and you just watch me and we'll sing ahs, and at some point we'll sing just watch me, and I'll show you when to do the hum, and we'll get slower and we'll move it out. Now I've got a little backing track here. We're going to give it a run from beginning to end so you can see the whole shape of it, but there's nothing like doing it in person. So we're going to have a rehearsal on the Friday evening, the 16th of May, beginning at 7 o'clock, and another one at 3 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon. So you are going to know this really well by the time it comes to be done. But let's just try once the whole way through now with the backing track, so you can see the shape of it and how it's all going to fit together. Now, excuse my backing track, it is literally just a computer generated thing, but it's going to give us an idea of the shape of the whole thing. So as I mentioned earlier on, the song hopefully is going to start with a few notes on the lyre, which is our Watching the Waves motif. And then the ensemble will begin to play our introduction. Introduction. You're listening out for your notes. 1, 2, 3. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea, watching the waves, watching the waves. The siren sings her song to me, stills the mind, brings clarity, watching the part there, then a bit of music, a bit of an instrumental, and we repeat watching the waves after 4. 1, 2, 3, and watching the waves. Good. Get ready for the siren song. 1, 2, 3, and this is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along. And like sirens don't bring good news generally. They're often calling people to their death on the rocks, or saying, you know, what they're worried about. And in this case, our siren's got worries. She's worried about the plastic, the pollution. She's worried about the future of the planet. She's worried about sewage. She's got lots of worries, and I share some of those worries, and I'm sure you do as well. So this is the siren's moment. And then we'll have Manon and McLeod, the sea god. And rather than singing, he's going to be speaking with our flute player, providing some of the music. So we're just giving space for them to perform on top of their 4-metre tall platforms. And the next thing that happens is we'll get our chord coming back that we recognise, and we'll be able to find our notes to begin that refrain. So watch me and I'll bring you in for the first vastness and mystery. Here it comes. There's our chord. pontificating. Technology's been a bit funny, but we'll ignore that. The next person to perform will be the siren on top of her platform, getting more and more concerned as time goes on. And the next thing that we do is we hear the storm. So we're going to listen as she carries us through. She gets a little bit more passionate. And we're going to get our chord coming back again. Only this time, the chord is being used to move us into that world, the world of the sea. And that's where the storm comes. So you'll hear the music start to loop around. And that's to give me and the percussionists time to interact. Now we're listening out for our bass. The electric bass will come in and then we're going to sing the chorus. And I'll indicate where you're to start, but we start with This Is Our Siren Song. So listen out for the electric bass. Any minute now we'll hear it coming in. This is our siren song, an invitation to celebration. The ocean's been here all along, and this is our siren song. And again, this is our siren song. But it's a warning, a cautioning. The ocean's been here all along. Listen to the siren song. Great. And now we go back to the music from the opening. We're going to have the shortened version of the refrain. Remember, it's squished up, and we repeat that watching the waves motif. Are you ready? Here's your notes. After 4. And 1, 2, 3, and. Vastness and mystery, all connected to the sea. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Repeat that. Watching the waves, watching the waves. Now as. Are you ready? Here we go. We'll try and keep with the tape. Oh, I'm going to get slower. Oh, we're going to change to it. And one more. And then we're left with the sound of the sea, hopefully. And so we end our song with a distance, sort of moving into the environment around us. Well done, everybody. I hope that was helpful. You can rewind, like I say, and take as many times as you need to repeat or relearn these things. But we're going to have a chance to do it again on Friday evening and on the Saturday afternoon. And honestly, we are excited to have you. It's going to be a really amazing day. It's just, I've never taken part in anything like it in all of my career. It's a really unusual piece to bring together, but it brings together so many really important things, and it brings us all to the sea, which is what it's all about. So thanks to Beat Carnival, thanks to you, and I look forward to seeing you all on the Friday night and on the Saturday afternoon and evening. Our parade starts at 6 o'clock and our performance of the Siren Song begins at 7 o'clock. So any questions, drop them in the comments or get in touch with Beat Carnival at beatcarnival.com, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.